Hey guys, it's IKevNX here, and today we'll delve into the Subarashi power of our favorite A villain, not exactly a villain, Jiren the Grey. And in order to do that, we'll have to go over everything he has done so far in the show, and hopefully the conclusion will surprise you. So stick around. First time we see Jiren, Topo is mentioned talking about him, about how he is training, and then we see he is meditating, much like he was doing right before Goku went Ultra Instinct again. So I guess he trained by meditating, okay. And then the second time we see him, he is staring at the sun, the moon, doing what he does best, which is being a badass. Just before the tournament begins, we see him show his awesome Kyoto powers to Goku. Then he uses his Ultra Instinct on some godly powered blocks. Anyway, he reads the blocked movements and doesn't move at all, much like Ultra Instinct. Once the tournament begins, we finally see for the first time the power of his eyes, as they scare this little guy named Rabanra. That guy. Some minutes later, the second time he appears was to knock out Broly out of his legendary Super Saiyan form, Kale out of her Berserker form, as effortlessly as expected. And once again, as you can see here, he uses his eyes for something. Probably nothing, but he moves his eyes, that's what matters. Afterwards, Hit Kisamas him, and then Goku shows up to save his ass, and Toppo scares Goku away, which then Toppo and Jiren retreat. Afterwards, we only see Jiren during the mayhem caused by Universe 2's love, and then Jiren just says "screw you" to this heart and proceeds to blast her away, but Vegeta gets to her first. After that, we only see Jiren is on episode 104 when Dispo and Hit are fighting, and Hit gets that look from Jiren, which I guess was the first time we saw any kind of emotion from Jiren. I don't think he likes assassins very much. Poor Hit. Afterwards, Universe 3 sends, "You can't be serious to fight Jiren," but he gets blown away, because let's face it, you can't be serious that you think you can defeat him. Now the time comes and the clown tells Jiren to pop a joke at Goku. So he unleashes some of his ki, which is so overwhelming to everyone that no one believes it, which is pretty much a joke. But anyway, the fighting begins and Jiren gets Goku's ass very quickly. And then Jiren's eyes flashes when he does that rapid fire attack. Since it somewhat burns Goku's G, it seems to be a ki attack. During the struggle of the Genkidama, he uses his eyes to push it back and compress it until it explodes. After Goku goes Ultra Instinct, Jiren flashes his eyes again to release a flurry of countless punches that we can finally see in motion because they were invisible until then. And then during the last punch Goku tries to give Jiren during his last-ditch effort with the Ultra Instinct, Jiren finally shows us his aura, his very red and powerful aura. And that's it for Goku so far. But of course it's interrupted because Hit punches him to no avail, and then some Kisamas are there and are exchanged, and Jiren yells. He finally yells during a fight. However, he only struggles when he's finally trapped into the frozen time zone, which is only possible after his eyes flashes, because he was frozen before that. Hit goes on and tries to go for the ring out, but Jiren stops him on his tracks with just his glare, which is then when we see Jiren's eyes glow yellow yet again. Then Jiren goes all like to grab the ball and crushes it. Foolish pride. And then Hit gets desperate and tries to hit Jiren for everything he's got, but he has got nothing, so Jiren just pummels him around, and then his eyes glow yet again, hitting Hit with multiple hits that makes Hit go away with all those hits and hitting lots of rocks. Hit. And then Hit gets knocked out. And Jiren does the same thing he did to Kale. He opens his eyes just before the ball explodes. I think the name's Power Impact. Doesn't matter, he opens his eyes there. And then he has done nothing since then worthwhile. So, now that we have gone through everything he has done, what's the takeaway? Let's take a look at every time his eyes have glowed. There seems to be two types of glow, or rather two colors. First this red one, the fiery one, yellow glowish. And we also have the red one, whereas the red one has two different versions. The multiple ki blast one seems to be the one only his pupil glow red. and when his entire eyes glow red, it seems he does those flurry of countless punches. Not to mention that there are no smokes or effects around his eyes. Whereas the yellow glow one only seems to indicate a power-up, or rather a power summoning, as if that he's tapping into his source of power, indicating that his eyes are the source of his power. Since every time his eyes have glown this color, he has shown to become stronger or to intimidate someone, because as we know, when you have more power, you're definitely going to get scarier. And after that, the only other thing we have noticed is that when he opens or closes his eyes, widens, I guess that's the term. When he widens his eyes, it seems that he's controlling his energy, or controlling someone else's energy, just like he did with the Spirit Bomb and his attacks, when he knocked out Kale and hit. And that's all we have on Jiren so far. I'm very excited to see what he does next, because so far he has been pretty awesome and badassly looking. I know people don't like him because they think he doesn't have any kind of character motivation or nothing, but I think that's just part of his character. I gotta admit, at first I felt the same way, but since he fought, he has shown more and more about his traits and his design and his characters, and I begin to grow fond of him. And as for his eyes, what do you think about what I said? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. What's your take? Do you like Jiren? Do you not like him? And for those of you who were in the giveaway, I will now announce the winner. As you can see here, these are all those that fit and entered the giveaway list, because there are some people that actually did not watch the video, because at the end I asked each and everyone to comment their favorite Super Saiyan God moment, regardless of their opinion about the video, because that was the only way I knew. After all, I knew it was going to be a little bit controversial, because, well, let's face it, was kind of a little obvious that it would be a little. Anyway, we have 43 people here, so we shall come here to random.org and I put one between 43. Is it 43? Yes, 43. So the winner will be decided by this random-ass click. Feels like summoning Dokkan Battle. You push a button, then you hope for the best, but in the end you only get nothing. Anyway, without further delays, 40. Huh, would you look at that? I was expecting something in the middle. 40 will be Albatross Pop. Congratulations, you have won a $50 gift card. And if you're not from the United States, you can pretty much let me know which gift card you want. I mean, let me know, just message me and we'll get that code sent to you right away. Thank you everyone for participating. It was fun, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time on not Dragon Balls. I'll see you next time. But wait! If Jiren's eyes is really his source of power, then maybe Krillin or Tenshin Han can blind him with solar flare, and then Jiren's source of power will be cut, rendering him powerless, which then everyone will be able to defeat him. Best plan ever. I hope Toriyama pulls it off. Jiren's eyes will be outdone by the sun. That's why he's training while staring at the sun or the moon, because he wants to strengthen his weakness that are his eyes to the sun. So, solar flare. Everyone does a solar flare to defeat him. Pretty lame, but it was fun in my head. Sorry about that.